For us, it really started when we asked ourselves the question, why do we exist? What's the unique impact that we can have on the world? And when all's said and done, when the story's written, what's the impact that we want to say that we had on the lives of real people? And once we started thinking in that direction, it actually came relatively quickly. It was about jobs. We have the unique ability to create not just jobs, but good jobs. From there, that became our mission statement. Nothing fancy, just simple and clear. We exist to create dignified, life-changing jobs. Now at ImagePoint, we've been in business for over 40 years, and our specialty is to create high-impact designs and logos, and we can screen print, embroider, dye sublimate, or use direct-to-garment technology to put those logos on high-quality Union and USA-made products. And our focus, at the end of the day, is on customer relationship and customer service above all else. And we have the privilege of serving thousands of unions across the country. And to be honest, if you go back to the 1970s when we first started, for us this was just a market, but over time it has become so much more than that. So as we formed friendships in the space, what we saw was that labor leaders across the country were truly on a mission to ensure that that single mom doesn't have to go from working her day job at Taco Bell to her night job at the Amazon Fulfillment Center to be able to support her kids. They wanted to ensure that that contractor who lays your floor can work with dignity, can hone his craft, can do truly excellent work, and to make a decent living while doing it. And I think that really represents the soul of the labor movement. And I believe that's more important now in our nation than at any point in living memory. And that's an inspiration for us. It ties back in with our mission. We think if our products can help even just that little bit with that organizing campaign or that contract negotiation, or in just building that sense of shared mission and identity among the union members, then that's also fulfilling our mission. That's also creating dignified, life-changing jobs. In the United States, we're the biggest grower of cotton in the world. And actually, we're the biggest exporter of cotton in the world as well. We export more than 60% of the cotton crop outside of our borders. And what that means is that you can get the cotton in the US, which means you can get the yarn, you can get the fabric, and ultimately there's really no excuse for not having 100% domestically produced garments other than cost or the fact that you can hide behind a Made in the USA label even when you're using imported components. In 1960, roughly 95% of apparel worn by Americans was made by Americans. And as of 2009, that number dropped to 2%. And as the global garment industry swept in and took over, the results were often disastrous for real people. Forced labor in Western China harvesting cotton, child labor in garment factories in Southeast Asia, the environmental destruction that comes from pesticides, the cancers that causes, shipping emissions and getting the garments from there to here. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to revive an industry in the USA so that Americans can still buy American-made clothing, and while they're doing it, they can create high-quality union jobs. So Dignity Apparel launched in March of 2022, and we came out of the gate hot. We've created 25 jobs so far in the last few months, and we expect to be up to 50 or 60 over the course of the next 12 months. And most of the first group of team members that we brought on are from the Burmese community here in Waterloo. Waterloo unemployment, like in most of the nation, is just above 3%, but for the Burmese population here, it's closer to 50%. And so of the men and women that we've brought on the team, so far all but 2 were previously unemployed. When we talk about creating dignified, life-changing jobs, we truly mean it. So it was intentional to look at those populations that were unemployed. And then when they start, we have good pay, great benefits, insurance and retirement plans for everyone right out of the gate. And it's been fun to see the impact that this can have on the lives of the people that we employ. Now, we're passionate about our mission, but at the end of the day, we know that we need to make excellent union-made products. And we're excited because we believe we can really do it. We're blessed to have a plant manager, Miguel Garcia, with more than 30 years of experience working in and managing garment factories. And to be honest, he shares the same story as our sewing machine operators. He came to the US at 16, not speaking any English. He swept the floors of a garment factory, and through hard work and persistence, he learned the language, he honed his trade, and over time, he worked his way up to managing the entire factory. Our sewing floor supervisor, Jia So, had to flee Myanmar with his family when he was just a teenager, and he spent close to a decade in a refugee camp in Thailand before getting asylum in the US. While he was in the refugee camp, he actually sewed together all of the school uniforms for the kids in the camp. And when we found him, he was working in a meat packing plant here in horrible working conditions. And we interviewed him. He told us that his true passion was garment design and sewing. So in a very short period of time, we've been able to find amazing, comfortable, premium fabrics, and we've been able to design a number of products that we are positive are going to make a splash in the market. We're starting with a variety of sweatshirts, polos, t-shirts, jackets, things that we know are really needed in the market right now, union made, and then we'll build from there. We're working with our customer base to make sure that that fit and that feel is spot on. Let me tell you, nothing brings a smile to our face more than that moment when a customer tries on one of our products and they have that inevitable reaction, "This is made in the US?" And we're proud to say, yes, it's made with American cotton. Yes, it's made with American yarn and American fabric. Yes, it was cut and sewn in our union facility right here in Waterloo, Iowa. And of course, we can put your logo on it right across the street at Image Point, like we've been doing for the last 4 decades. And we're proud to say it will always have a union bug on it. So we're making some big bets here, but we believe that it's worth the risk to revive an American garment industry that's been in decline for decades. And more importantly than that, to ensure that union made in the USA still means something in our industry. So know that when you buy from Dignity Apparel, you are contributing to our mission, which we believe is the same as your mission, to create dignified, life-changing jobs.